are live. NBA rundown time. And Tyler, I guess I'm the one not dressed for the occasion. You're dressed appropriately. Our guy JC is definitely dressed appropriately. Let me full screen this here real quick. What? Oh my gosh, I did this all wrong. There we go. JC, looking sharp. Why are you dressed this way, JC?
You know, Tyler tweeted out this morning, man. It's a memorial service. We're having a funeral here for the Lakers, the Celtics, and most importantly, all the NBA rigged mofos. Like, they can just all go to rest once and for all, because we're going to have a Denver-Miami NBA Finals.
So, I'm sorry, I'm not as good at that. So, are you telling me there's not a script, JC?
That's what I'm telling you. That's I've said it for years. I thought it's just one of the most ridiculous things when people actually think that about sports.
Yeah, it's like they're making $1 billion and they want to squeeze out an extra $200K, like, and risk it all for an extra $200K. Like, you got to be kidding me.
And it's just like, if people had any ideas the amount of people that it takes to put on a sporting event, like, people would know.
And these guys can't keep quiet about anything. How would they keep quiet about this?
Yeah, so it's insane. But yes.
Here's my one thing on that deal. The refs are paid by the game. So they actually do have a financial incentive to extend series, right? So, I mean, there's a little bit of it in there. But this idea that, you know, Tom Hanks is sitting back writing a script with Steven Spielberg and sending it over to Adam Silver. Tyler, I'm the only you gave the memo. I just didn't dress appropriately. I'm underdressed. You're in all black, although that's pretty typical for you. Talk to me about why you think this is a funeral today, Tyler.
I mean, before that spread, we just got to talk about the tech skills when you're trying to full screen, get the graphics back up. We definitely definitely got to practice those after the show. We'll get those kinks worked out. But I mean,
we don't go full screen very often. It threw me off.
Yeah, we don't. But yeah, I mean, I think the Lakers are done, spread. LeBron rolled that ankle over the weekend. He's fallen in love with that three ball even more. He just won't drive to the hoop. And this Nuggets team, they're just out for blood right now. So I think we're done. I think we're done with both of these series. I think Boston's broken, and I think LA's broken.
All right. Well, yeah, maybe by the end of the show here, I can pick a side, Tyler. We'll see.
Speaking of pick a side, since we got our guy, We the People.
Yeah, he's going to love this.
And spread a message at about noon. Mind you, already went on the Denver City podcast with our guy Holden. Check that out. We talked about this game. I said, spread, which side you liking tonight? The dude couldn't even give me a side in the DMs. He's like, I got to wait till the show in 3 hours. Couldn't even take a pick 3 hours before the show when I would be the only guy that knows about it. The dude just doesn't pick sides.
No, here's the deal. Do you remember when We the People used to criticize me for not being open-minded and never, ever changing my side? So I said, I'm going to be more open-minded, right? I'm working with the sharpest people in the world at runpuresports.com. Promo code SPREAD15, 15% off your first month's membership, right? I'm working with the sharpest people in the world at runpuresports.com. I need to take their opinion into account more, right? I may be jacked. Ooh, let's go this far. I may be jacked, but that doesn't mean I know everything. So I'm just trying to listen to the talented people that I work with. What do you think, JC? Should I be picking a side nice and early, or should I be listening to you guys?
You know, I think it depends. Like, there's depends how you want to go about it. If we're talking the money, if you're talking what you're rooting for, what you think is going to happen, right? Like, you know what? I came in, I said Nuggets 5 at most. That's coming to fruition. But honestly, I thought Heat, we're going to need 6-7 games. So you can adjust. You know, you can say you were wrong. That's okay. Just make a pick so that the people have it. And, you know, just be okay with saying you're wrong from time to time.
And I know you accused me of not picking a side, but to be fair, I didn't even consult you. If you go to the NBA playbook right now on runpuresports.com, there's already a pickup for tomorrow's game. So, of course, become a member. Use that promo code SPREAD15. Get access to the NBA playbook. You'll see our projections. You'll see the leans. But any play that has an RPB tag on it, that means I bet it myself. It means Tyler betted himself. It's already bet for us, and you too can join in on the winning. Speaking of that winning, Tyler, we got the sweep yesterday. What did that move us to on the month and on the year?
Moves us to 22-8 in the month of May, and we are 333, 262-8 since December 1st.
Somebody is pretty good at picking a side. Maybe not like my process, but in the end, I got brand new floors and I'm eating steak tonight. Let's see. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the Celtics and the Heat, and then we'll dive into tonight's game. JC, you're dressed in black, a funeral. Kind of fitting because didn't the Boston Celtics dress in all black to the Wizards funeral, or did it go the other way around? This is back in 2015. John Wall was still on the team. Talk to me about what you saw last night and what you think is going to happen tomorrow.
I totally forgot about that. That is very apropos. Didn't get to watch too much of the game last night, man. I'm busy moving over here. But it was ugly. I figured Miami would come out on top. I took them with the points. I grabbed the money line, but I didn't expect it to be that ugly. I mean, it was bad. Boston has no life. There's no doubt that locker room is shot. And I'm more confident in Miami sweeping than Denver. Like, there's a chance LA maybe steals one tonight, but that Boston team is done. Miami doesn't want to have to go back up to Massachusetts. So it's a wrap. That's what I saw last night.
Yeah, a tough scene for the Boston Celtics. And Tyler, I already know where you're going to lay the blame, but you tell the people, even though I already know what you're going to say.
Can we all start it with an I told you so?
If you want.
You've
been on this since December when his record was fantastic and they had the best net rating in the league.
Yep, pinpointed it months ago. It's like this could be a problem, and Spoelstra finally got his hands on it. We talked about it weeks before the playoffs started too, Spread. I said this was the matchup I wanted in the first round because I said we can get a good price on the Heat, and I think they could beat this team. We didn't get it in the first round. I didn't think we were going to get a shot at it. We get it in the Eastern Conference Finals, and now they're just beating the hell out of them. They don't call timeouts when they should. I mean, you see the run Miami makes, and the moment Boston makes a shot, they were up 20, they cut it to 17. Spoelstra calls a timeout, kills any kind of momentum they have. Missoula's flat out lost the locker room, and I feel like there's a lot more going on in that locker room than people realize. Like we talk about Jaylen Brown being 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I think that's more of those guys are dealing with that than just him. I think the team's just flustered right now. They need to just let go of Missoula in the offseason, hire Nick Nurse, and then hang the banner next year. But not sure that's what happens. I agree with JC, though. I do think the Heat are the more likely team to get the sweep than Denver, even though I think both do sweep. But the Heat just broke the Celtics. I don't see those guys being able to stop them. They're still in the drop coverage defense. They're going to light them up from three. And the moment they grab a lead again, Boston's just going to quit. So it's going to be easy for the Heat tomorrow. I'm surprised that game's a pick 'em.
All right. JC, any more thoughts on this weekend before we move into breaking down tonight?
No, but just going off what Tyler said on kind of looking at next year, how many times is this Boston team going to do that? Like they've come so close to a championship in the past decade or two.
Let's play a fun game Spread likes to play. Hypothetical trades.
Okay. Oh, his favorite.
I hate that stuff.
That's why we're
playing. What do you
mean
I like to play it?
It was a sarcasm thing, Spread.
Okay, well, put the laughing emojis in the chat if you like the sarcasm. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, but how about we send Jaylen Brown and his max contract that he's going to sign to Portland for Simons and that third pick? I know there's going to be other pieces involved in that trade, but you get back Simons. You could even use Simons off the bench. Maybe you send back one of your guards to the Smart, the White, the Brogdon, but you use him as like the bench guy. You draft Scoot at 3 and run him as your main point guard. I think that works perfectly for Boston. It puts the ball in Tatum's hands more, and it kind of fills out their lineup better.
I don't hate it. But it's just depressing. Like, how many times is Boston going to have to do this? Like, how many times are they going to make the finals, the Eastern Conference?
Bro, as a Kings fan, I think they're doing just fine as a franchise.
No, but like seriously, like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, that how long it's been, how they have like one championship in the past like 30, 40 years. And then like
one team only wins every year.
Yeah, but they keep coming so close. like with Kyrie, they made the push. They kind of got rid of him, rebuilt with Tatum. Now twice. I mean, they made it to the finals last year's Eastern Conference this year. They're going to blow it up again and build back up. Like it's.
Are they? Is it, Tyler? Is it as simple as just changing the coach though?
I think it is, to be honest with you. I think there's two pathways they go in the offseason. I think there's the one where it's like Jaylen Brown's out. We bring some new pieces in to piece around Tatum. Maybe they take a step back and they're not in that top tier of the East anymore, and they're hanging around more towards the middle tier. Or they give him his money. He stays because they see something there. And just say they hire Nick Nurse, a guy that's just going to shorten the rotations. You know he's a good coach, and he's just going to get the most out of these guys. I think he could lead this team to a championship.
That's fair. I mean, it's definitely a continuity issue, right? Because like Stevens had that Kyrie team like almost to a championship, and then Ndoku brought him to the finals, and now they got Missoula, who's just a mess. Like, yeah, I don't. It's one of the rare situations where I think the front office is completely to blame. Like the talent is there and they have everything they need, but my goodness, if they can't keep a coach for more than a couple of years, it's.
I mean, just if we just back up a minute and just look at it from like the whole perspective, he's 100% right. It's the front office. The roster was in place for years, and for the last 3 years, the roster's been in place. You finally got the right coach in last year, and when they should have just suspended him like they started, they ended up firing him and almost blowing up the front office mid-season and the coaching staff trying to piece that all back together. You just can't do that. And then when you get matched up against the best coach.
I mean, to be fair, is it Brad Stevens' fault that Udoka's banging every single one in the front office?
But it's understandable to suspend him, Spread. But the moment they fired him, that's when they went on the fly mid-season.
That's got to be.
I'm just saying, like, when you're building a team, you're not just sitting there like, well, we better account for the idea that, you know, the guy's going to bang all the finance directors.
If they just suspended him for, say, 50 games and he's still the coach of this team, are they in this position right now?
No, they're in the finals.
Exactly.
We, the people, ask if a student can't learn, do we blame the teacher?
What? No, this is not even close to that.
How is it not? He's saying, how are we blaming coaches?
I think his arguments would be more equivalent to is if we dropped Eric Spoelstra on the 76ers and they still couldn't win. Those would be the students that just couldn't figure it out.
All right.
Isn't it wild though? Like in this league, like how does Ndoku not have a job?
He does. Isn't he going to Houston?
No, he's already the Houston coach. They already had the press conference and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, but so how didn't he get a job in the regular? Because that was
Brooklyn gave it to him, and then they got all the backlash, and they were like, we probably shouldn't do this that fast.
To be fair, they had a lot of stuff going on when that happened too. It wasn't like they're this innocent franchise.
Still, though, with how few good coaches there are in this league, like you figured someone would have just sacked up and took him.
I mean, just think about how that plays out if he does take that Brooklyn
Also,
job.
think of the timing though, because you're not going to fire him to bring him in at training camp, right? Wasn't it pretty?
It was early. It was very early.
No, if Brooklyn would have
hired
him, it would have been mid-season. He was already into the season.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like
I think you're smarter this way.
Just imagine that ripple effect, though. If he gets the Brooklyn job from where we're at right now, Phoenix probably looks nothing like they do right now because KD probably doesn't leave. I wouldn't be surprised. But this is just saying if he's the coach, Fred. This is just hypotheticals. Like we're not.
I mean, they were 18-2, and Kyrie still asked out.
Yeah, but I was talking about KD, and this is talking if they have a good coach in Udoka. Just go on with the show, Spread. Let's just move on. You ruined it.
No, but you have to understand my point. Kyrie's a wild card. He didn't leave because of basketball reasons.
But I think Ndoku maybe manages personalities better, and he wouldn't want to.
But his beef was with the front office about the suspension over the Amazon link.
They wouldn't give him his money.
Yeah.
And I don't think they wanted to resign him anyways, and they were smart for that.
All right. Go ahead on with the show, Spread. We'll stop with the hypotheticals. We know you don't like them. You want strictly facts. Go to the game.
Strictly facts. The Denver Nuggets are +3 in Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers, 223.5 +133 on the money line. If you think the Nuggets prevail tonight? Do what thousands of haters across the nation have been waiting for, like myself. Will the Lakers be eliminated tonight? Start with you, Tyler.
I'm going to go ahead and pass the sticks over you, Spread. You break down the game first.
I'm the host.
I want you to break it down first. Me and JC have a mutual agreement that you have to break the game down first.
Where did you guys come to this agreement?
Just now. He didn't even know about it, but he agrees. The head's already nodding.
We gave each other a look, and we just knew, like, you know what? Let Spread take this one.
You guys have eye contact cues on a Zoom? Your generation is something else. All right. I think I'll take a stand here. I think the Los Angeles Lakers are going to make history. They're going to make history. Do something never done before. That's because the Los Angeles Lakers as a franchise are 0-8 when they're down 3-0 in the series. Yes, 8 times before the Lakers have been down 3-0, and 8 times they've been swept. They've never won a game down 3-0, but unfortunately, much to my chagrin, as much as it pains me to say this, as much as I want to go vomit as soon as I'm done with this breakdown, I do believe the Los Angeles Lakers get the win tonight. All right, Tyler, is that enough? Can I hear your breakdown now?
Yeah, I just wanted to get you right to your Lakers take right after you said that you were so happy for them to lose, and then you were going to pick them to win tonight.
I mean, I was happy to lose. I was so happy to lose $700. Like, my brother-in-law were laying down the floor as we're watching the game. He's like confused as I'm like cheering. He's like, how much did you lose tonight? But I didn't care. I was happy to lose the money.
It was worth it. But yeah, I think they moved to 0-9. I think Denver kind of takes care of them tonight. You've seen it at the end of the last couple games. LeBron just kind of best way to put it is he gives up. He just goes very lackadaisical. He just kind of stands there at the end of these games. The moment Denver takes over, there's Richie Small's in the chat. Jamal Murray's going to say no to that, to Spread's take. He's been crushing this series. He scored 30-plus in all 3 games.
Let's go, Richie.
But my worry about him is he can go very cold at any moment. He put up, 30 in that first half of the last game, and then he didn't score until halfway through the fourth. So he has his moments, but Jokic didn't have to play much in that last game. I know he put up the 38 minutes, but the foul trouble was able to limit him late in that game. He's going to come out fresh in this game. He's going to absolutely crush this game. He's going to put up
foul trouble again.
Nope, he's putting up 30-plus points. He's getting his triple-double, and they're going to walk this team right off the floor. The moment Denver's offense goes on one nice run and they take a decent lead of, say, 8 to 12 points, you're going to watch a lot of these Lakers guys check out of this game. Like, this one's going to get ugly today. I don't mind alt-lining this with Denver.
Wow.
I love it. That was just – I should have even talked. It should have just been the Tyler and JC show today. JC, what do you think? You're wearing the colors for the funeral. Is the body going to be buried tonight, or are we waiting till Wednesday for the viewing where we all go? I'm not – okay, let's go
on. No, I think Denver gets it done. I think there's a chance, right, being in LA, like maybe they drag the Lakers back to Denver just to beat them there. But here's the thing. In the last 2 games, Jokic put up 24 and 23. So they're dominating the Lakers without him even being Joker. So, like, he comes out tonight, drops 30, 40 burger on him, and boom, game over. He's going to do what LeBron doesn't and take this thing over, close out the series. Not going to play with his food, just take care of business. So grab Denver and grab Jokic over 26.5. Maybe for best bets, we'll look at an alt total, but that line at 26.5, easy over.
Yeah, I hope you're right. I'm just so worried.
Just another thing I want to touch on, Spread, with when he brought it up, how Jokic hasn't been playing well. That foul trouble we got into last game, he didn't play much of that third quarter at all. And that was the chance for the Lakers to take that game over. Denver was up by 4 when he stepped off the floor. When he came back, Denver was up by 2. So the Lakers managed to cut into that lead by a single bucket. I don't see it anymore, Spread. I think they've ran their course. For how far they've gotten with all the roster changes they've had and the injuries, it's pretty impressive. You go into the offseason, you get healthy, and you run it back next year. Maybe you make a couple little adjustments, but I don't think you change very much here.
I want to touch on We the People's comment about his little parlay he placed. I opened the show by saying...
Here, read it real quick, because a lot of people aren't watching. They just listen.
Oh, okay. So we the people parlayed. He took $10 and parlayed Lakers and Celtics to win their series, paying out 160 to 1. I opened the show by saying,
"Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I can't."
All the NBA reg people also. This is also a funeral for them. I will stop watching the NBA if both teams come back. Like I not hating on the play with the people because like I understand there's a chance, and if the NBA is rigged, that's how it will happen, and it will. I'll never watch another basketball game if that happens. One of them can come back, but not both.
Oh right. Yeah, I mean,
I guess the Lakers could come back. That would be the dicey one. Like I just don't see the Heat giving up 4 games. Like the Heat would literally just have to go ice cold shooting the ball.
Yeah, like Lowry.
Who's more likely? Who's more likely?
The Lakers, because if they won tonight and stole the next game, they are not losing Game 6 in LA, and then Game 7 is just a shit show for Denver. You're in shambles. They've won 3 in a row. Those guys are rolling coming into town, and at that point, Mike Malone's pissing down his leg too. So they have to end it tonight.
Yeah,
I disagree. I think that the Celtics have a better chance to come back. They win a game tonight, then they get 2 of the next 3 at home. They only need to steal 1 more game on the road.
I think Boston has just collapsed. Like
I agree there. I think that locker room's just shot those guys, not turned on each other, but they're just not all a cohesive unit. Like if the Lakers find something and it starts working, like they're all going to rally around it and they're just going to go. So, and you've heard the Jokic comments too. He's like, we're nervous about a closeout game. LeBron's on the other side. Like, we're not messing around here. Like, those guys are going to look to punch them in the mouth, and they're going to look to end it tonight. That's why I think it is tonight, and they're not going to look to mess around and get the Game 5. And in the other 2 series the Lakers played against Memphis and Golden State, when you just looked around, it was like in the Memphis series, they kind of just sagged off Dylan Brooks and just let him shoot all the shots. Against Golden State, the pick and roll with Draymond and Steph is deadly. Draymond can't really score the ball as well. Like, he's not putting up Jokic numbers. And you had the guys like Jordan Poole just missing shots, and you had other guys that they would want to funnel shots to. You look around on Denver, it's like, you blink, it's like, well, we don't want Murray or Jokic shooting it. They start moving the ball around. It ends up in KCP or Michael Porter Jr.'s hands on the 3-point line, and those guys will make their shots. When they put Bruce Brown in for Gordon at the end of the game, too, that was almost checkmate because they had no answer at that point. Like, I think Denver's done here, spread. They figured them out.
Well, wait, what do you say? You think Boston's done?
No, I was talking Denver.
Why would Denver? No, Denver's not done.
I'm saying they're done with the series. Like, they're finishing it tonight. They're not going to mess around.
Oh, I hope so.
You didn't listen to a word of my breakdown right there because you thought I was talking about Boston.
You were saying the way you phrased it at the end there was a little confusing when you said Denver's done.
Yeah, I thought you meant, okay. Anyways, back to tonight's game. Do we want to talk anything else about the side, or should we dive into the total, 223.5?
I don't have much more on the side. I mean, I could just keep talking about Denver's going to win the game. That's about it.
Let's go to 223.5, then over, under. Take a side, or the chat's just going to bully you.
Was that my cue to go? Okay, that was my cue to go. But I'm going to take a side, but I am going to leave the full game total out. Just give me Denver's team total over because they can hang a huge number here. And if the Lakers start to get blown out, you're just going to see these guys wave the white flag early. They could put up an ugly number, so I'm just on Denver's team total over.
We the People's already got one of my plays.
And we seen it happen yesterday, spread. We played that over in the Heat game, and they started to blow them out. It's like, we're not going to get there. And then it took, 74 points in the fourth quarter from all the scrubs to get us up over that total.
I loved it. How awesome was that? JC, the total here tonight is 223.5. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I got no play on it. Like, there's been no consistency to the scoring in this game. It's just been all over the place. Over-unders have been my kryptonite all season long. So, absolutely going to lay off. I might take a stab at Tyler's over on Denver. And if the host is going to bully me, I would just, take the over, but I'm not betting it tonight.
I mean, outside of Denver.
Why would I do that? I'm not one of these abrasive chatters that likes to attack people on the top left of the screen.
What was he talking about?
I've even got you speechless. Now what?
I was trying to read something, get us a stat, but
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jabroni
yes.
Clyde says Pat Bev is your kryptonite, JC.
Yeah, I don't know if I hit a single Pat Bev prop this season.
Yeah, you did. You had a couple on here.
Okay.
Because I remember DMing you when you did. Like one of them you got in the first or second quarter. It was really early.
The one year, that wasn't Pat Bev.
Oh, it wasn't? Who was it? Well, it doesn't matter. Tyler, what do you got for us?
No, I was just looking at Denver scores from like just in their entire playoff run. And it's like outside of those two game twos, the game 2 against Phoenix and then this Laker one, they put up really good numbers total wise. Like it's just those two games where they just couldn't really make their shots. So I'm definitely liking that Denver team total over the more I look at it. And speaking
Clyde,
on
you
this,
DM me all the time.
It was D'Anthony Melton.
Oh, okay.
And speaking on our guy Devin's comment right here, Lakers are missing Russell Westbrook to shut down the Jamal. It's pretty funny that this trade's going to come back to haunt them in the end because KCP was one of the pieces that got moved in that trade. And he's been red hot in this series, and he's going to be one of the guys that sends them home.
I would almost say if you flipped them, the Lakers would be winning the series. As good as Jokic and Murray have been, KCP's been huge for the team. All right, you guys ready for a little rate the prop?
Let's do it.
All right, my first one. So I don't know if you're going to like this because, of course, I am going off of the Lakers win script, but Anthony Davis over 26.5 points. And I think this directly correlates, of course, to me thinking the Lakers make this series go 5. But he is averaging 28.6 points per game in the series. He had 28 in game 3, even though they lost. He was 11-18 of the field for game 3. So since I did think the Lakers tonight, I thought Davis was correlated, but I think that you might be on the other side. Tyler, what do you think about Anthony Davis over 26.5 points?
I don't hate it, and I don't love it. Just like you said, I'm on Denver, and so I'm not going to play it. I just think, like, when you look at the Lakers right now, there's probably 2 guys you can count on night in and night out to give you their exact stat lines that they've given you the entire playoffs. Their names are LeBron James and Austin Reeves, not Anthony Davis. We've seen him disappear in playoff games before, so that's the only reason why I don't want to play him here because I'm on the Denver side, and that doesn't work in my game theory. So don't hate it for your Lakers thoughts, though. If they win, he definitely has to have a big game.
Yeah, I think, hey, tell me if you like the Lakers tonight. If you don't, you can stay away from that one. JC, any thoughts on Anthony Davis's props tonight?
Yeah, no, that's a tough one. Given how he's played, right, hit into a 3 in game 2. He only had 18 points. I definitely don't hate it, but I do think if someone on the LA side is going to have a big game, it's more likely to be LeBron than AD.
All right, well, that's pretty fortuitous because LeBron is
our guy Otter shows up in the chat. He's just checking in to see Spread's joy on the Empire falling. And he even knows he's been here 2 minutes. He just wants to make sure and see if you pick the side. I think he'd laugh if he found out what you were on tonight.
I mean, and then you get mad for me not listening. Well, I already picked my side. So, I mean, I can't even take into account what you're saying. I mean, just a ripoff here. But on Rate the Prop, I'm taking a side here. I'm taking LeBron James, but I'm going in a different direction. JC, I over 8.5 assists. You know what's funny, JC? I originally thought I was going to go with the rebounds here. And then I went to write it up and I realized he's not trending over on the rebounds. In fact, I've been playing that a lot, and I think he's landed on 9 3 times in the last 4 games. So I'm not going over 9.5 rebounds here. I'm going over 8.5 assists today because he's gone over 8.5 assists in the last 4 games, and he's averaging 10 assists per game over that time span. Once again, this is kind of going in with my game script of the Lakers getting the win. Tyler, LeBron over 8.5 assists. Your thoughts?
Don't hate it at all because I agree his rebounds have been down, and I think that has to do with that ankle injury he re-aggravated when he turned that ankle. So could be more passive tonight. Reeves has been great on offense, and these guys around them are going to have to hit their shots if they want a chance tonight. So don't mind that at all.
I'm on over 8.5 assists for LeBron James. Your thoughts, JC?
I love it. Like you said, 4 in a row, 7 of his last 10s. FanDuel, you can catch it at -105. I'll ride with you on that.
All right, one more assist prop here. This one's going to be a little easier to get. Aaron Gordon over 2.5. He's gone over 2.5 in 5 of the last 6 games. He's averaging 3.5 assists per game, and he had 4 assists in the last game. Rate the prop, Tyler Anthony. Aaron Gordon over 2.5 assists.
It's another one. I don't hate it, but I'm not playing it because I think they're going to use more of Bruce Brown in the lineup. He got a lot of those minutes in the fourth quarter. They've figured out that Gordon's kind of the de facto guy the Lakers want shooting the ball. So why not just put the de facto guy on the bench and just screw him that way? So I think you see more Bruce Brown. Could he get the assist in, the 26 to 30-some minutes he plays? Of course. But I'm going to stay away from that one. I like Gordon's under on his points is under 11.5.
Tyler's going a different way with Aaron Gordon. Which one do you prefer there? Do you like Gordon under points or Mike Gordon over assists? Or, hey, JC, maybe you want to play both?
I definitely like the assist. That's a real easy number 3, and it's paying out plus money. So I'm all over that. At points, I like both. Yeah, because he really hasn't been. I wouldn't bet the under, but if I had to on points, I would take the under. But yeah, I think I'll throw half a unit on the assist, paying out at plus money.
It's almost like Tyler and I know what we're doing. Tyler, what's the record for the NBA playbook available on runpuresports.com? Promo code SPREAD15, 50% off your first month for access to the NBA playbook. What's our record, Tyler? Sorry, I have a bad memory.
22-8 this month, spread.
22-8. No wonder. I got a freezer full of steak and brand new floors in my living room. This is my favorite prop of the day. We the people already. He's on it too. He took a side before listening to me. Hey, Tyler loves that. But Austin Reeves over 2.5 3-pointers made. He's gone over that in the last 6 games. And during the span, he's averaging 3.8 3-pointers per game. Tyler, we talked about how Austin Reeves could be a guy that's the beneficiary of some of these LeBron assists. Reeves need more playing time. He's clearly the third best player on the team right now. Give me Reeves over 2.5 threes, and I have a feeling you guys are going to join me on this one.
Yeah, that's my favorite one of them all. I do agree. Take the over there. Also love his points, rebounds, and assists at 26.5. That is way too low. He's been scoring 20-plus points in every game this series, and he's been getting the rebounds and getting the assists, getting above 4 in both of those categories. So if he alone just scores 24 and 4, he clears that number at 26.5. So love both those props.
We loving some Austin Reeves over tonight, JC, and I have a feeling you're going to join us. Are you going to surprise me here?
No. I was eyeing his point props, but yeah, that 3-point prop a little bit easier. Should be a nice play. I'm also thrilled as this is my first show in Tennessee, which means I get to place these bets live with y'all. I don't have to cross the street anymore to place my bets.
Yeah, across the street to buy weed now, though.
Gotta go further than across the street for that.
See, what do I know? I got to work on my geography. My next prop, Michael Porter Jr. over 6.5 rebounds. He's gone over that in 6 of his last 7 games. Over the 7 games, he's at 8.9 rebounds per game. Tyler, if Jokic gets in foul trouble, Porter goes to a small ball 4. What do you think here of this rebound?
Yeah, I love that one. I'm going to pull up some numbers again that I was looking at earlier on this prop. He is, I believe, the second highest rebounding chance percentage behind Jokic on this team. And he has a lot less contested rebounds. All of Jokic's rebounds are very contested. Porter Jr. has just been able to eat up on the boards. And Gordon's not getting in there and getting on the boards either. So it's been just more of Porter Jr. So love that. And I don't hate taking him as a double-double either because we've seen him get that double-digit number a few times.
All right. JC, you want to join us with some MPJ?
I'm not going to start fading you now.
I love it. All right. Yeah, boy, you guys are joining me today. I must have done a good job here. I was working hard yesterday morning. I got when I started putting these in. Oh, that's it for me on Rate the Prop. I got 5 props for you guys, and I think this is the most you guys have agreed with me, Tyler. You only disliked 1. And even the chat's liking them.
Yeah,
I must be doing
there was a few I weren't playing.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes you're like, that's terrible. So maybe I'm getting better at this in my old age here. So there you have it. I'm worried.
I have the exact numbers here spread.
Okay.
Just over the last 3 games in this series, rebound chances per game. Jokic has 23.3 rebound chances per game. Michael Porter Jr. comes in at 13 rebound chances per game.
All right. I love it. So I'm on Porter Jr. over 6.5 rebounds. There is the Rate the Prop segment. Anything else about the NBA in general before we move into Best Bets? Brought to you by runpuresports.com.
Just one other bet for me in this one, because I think the wrong guy is favored in this. If you go into the Western Conference Final odds on FanDuel, they do these awards now where you can bet the Western Conference Finals MVP. I'm going to ask both of you guys, who's your pick for it right now if Denver ends it tonight?
Jamal Murray.
Spread?
I don't know, because Jokic has a lot of peripherals. Even on those nights where he's getting 23, doesn't he have like 12 and 11 on the rebounds and assists?
I mean, but he does that. He doesn't have a stinker of a game last game, but it is not up to Jokic's par.
I still think it'll be Jokic.
I think it's going to go to Murray, and you can get him at plus 160 right now. I think he hangs 30 again. I think that's the bet for tonight for sure. It's like he's been the guy that's been injured. Everyone and their mother knows Jokic is winning Finals MVP if they get there and win it. They're going to give Jamal Murray the Western Conference Finals MVP.
All right, Tyler's picking a side, and Jabroni Clyde's giving me words of encouragement in the chat. Thank you, Clyde. I appreciate all the kind words. JC, we'll start with you tonight. Best bets. But before that, can you let the people know about the content we got going on at runpuresports.com? Because, JC, it's not just my picks and working with Tyler that's helped me put some money. It's also the work of Joy Work, JJ, and yourself crushing the hockey playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, we got it all. We got daily fantasy. We got bets. We got the breakdown for every single sport. Like it's, we don't just do the big four, man. We got you covered on USFL. We got you covered on NASCAR, esports, like everything. We got you covered, and we've been killing it lately. NBA playoffs have been profitable, as you guys have clearly experienced. I'm up about 10 units in NHL. Hit a little bit of a rough patch, but we were slaughtering. It's easy money. Just come in, check out the bets. You can join our Discord, get a little more explanation, ask questions. If there's a pick you like, we can validate it. Or you just come in, you go to the page, you see the bets we like, and you just place them, and you just make money. It's that easy. So go check it out. runpuresports.com. Use code Zargo15 and get 15% off your membership. But here's a little taste for you, a little freebie. Give me same game parlay, Jokic plus 30 points plus, Nuggets money line, paying out plus 372.
I love the Nuggets love on this show. My day keeps getting better, Tyler. Your best bet, brought to you by runpuresports.com.
I'm glad your day is getting better and better, Spread, because now I'm going to have to, after this show, try and convince you to bet the Nuggets because you're on the Lakers. But my best bet,
I already ceded all control of Lakers games from here on out because I realize I'm an emotional mess and my inner hater is taking control. So
which makes me feel like even more stuff's going on in there that now you're backing them. I feel like something it's getting a little crazy in that head of yours, Spread, jumping on the Lakers down 3-0. So.
It's been that way for a while, but I'm glad you're finally noticing it's getting a little crazy up in this head.
Yeah, best bet for me, though. Give me the Nuggets money line. We'll keep it simple. And then one performance double I love, the Jokic triple-double and win at plus 260.
All right, give me Austin Reeves over 2.5 threes. We talked about it earlier, but he's been money, and I expect him to get even more playing time tonight. And just, hey, a little daily fantasy tip, right? Mangon's not here, but he's going to tell you in an elimination game, you can only have one bench player total. You got to try and get these starters in there, even if it maybe means passing up some of the studs you want. It's going to be really hard
just before
to have more than one.
You brought it up. You talked about bench guys. I think that's going to be a little different from LA tonight because they do get Bamba back, and at this point down 3-0, what do you have to lose? Like, they're going to throw shit at the wall tonight. Like, you're going to see Bamba. They're going to try weird stuff just to try and slow them down, and eventually it's not going to work, and they're just going to just give up, wave the white flag, and look the next year.
I mean, do you know how happy I would be?
You're going to love it tonight, Spread. It's going to look like that Dallas-LA game where Bynum elbowed J.J. Barrera in midair. Like, it's going to get ugly like that. Like, that's how bad LA is going to quit tonight.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Well, I hope you guys are right. Fantastic show today. Sorry I didn't wear the dress code. I guess I'm still a little superstitious. But our guy JC's here. Let's see, Tyler, I'm going to try again. Let's see if I get a little better. Words of wisdom, JC Zargo.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. couple funerals here with the Lakers tonight, the Celtics tomorrow. And in times like this, I just like to refer to the wise words of Yogi Berra, who once said, always go to other people's funerals. Otherwise, they won't come to yours.